All right. Hi, everyone. The day has finally come where I disgrace the name of Hokuto Shinken and reveal how out of practice and bad I am at this Arc System Works fighting game. But we got to do it. It's our job, right? Our job is to play and rank every one of these Fist of the North Star games that we can. And so we can't get out of it. Even if we don't do it well, we got to do it. So, interestingly enough, we're going to get to show off all three major aspect ratios that video games have tonight. If we get through our entire list, we're going to have a 4x3 to start. We're going to go to a 3x4, a DS, and then we're going to go to a 16x9 with a PSP. I'd actually forgotten that the PSP was in 16x9 for as early as that thing was, when like nothing else was reliably in 16x9. But that's where we're at. And there are there are a lot of options to emulate this game. But I chose, since I was going after the original arcade version, I actually chose Flycast. And I did some testing in it, and it seems to work out pretty well. So let's see if we can get this going here. Okay, there's my screen capture. We got that. Hokuto no Ken. It's got a big old long name that you can see up there on the marquee. But here it is. We're doing it. I know some people are have been waiting for this, and boy, oh boy, am I going to let you down. In my dreams, I had enough time to practice and get good at this again, but that was not reality. Alas, it happens to us all. Just like the year 99X happens to us all. We always seem to end up back here, don't we? But we gotta watch the intro. Because I believe this one has Ayo Torimorose as well, if I'm not mistaken. Here we go. Even with the karaoke lyrics at the bottom, check that out. The PS1 game, I think, is the only game so far that we've seen that's really tried to do this. Kind of trying to recreate an intro. Not the intro, but an intro. There's Ray. That's what we're going to be mostly playing as today. I'm not going to effectively be able to show off every character, and so we're not even going to pick every character. But we're going to do our best. Chibi UFO, welcome. We're finally here. I'm going to do a shit-ass job as Ray, but you know what? I'm out here trying. Who does everybody like in this game? Anyone who's played it? Who's your... I mean, there are pretty clear tiers in this game, and we'll go over that. Mostly everyone is kind of lumped in the middle. But there is an upper echelon, a middle tier, and a lower tier that contains exactly one character. Red Spectra, you're here too. Welcome. We're just watching the intro here. Oh, you've only really played Kenshiro? Okay. Yeah, this has got a soundtrack, as you might expect from an Arc System Works game. We might actually need to turn this down a tiny bit here, just to... because we're gonna have, like, heavy metal blasting on us here, which isn't a bad thing. But also, we need to maintain balance. So... Raō. I love the very, like, English voice actor that they got to do. Kenshiro versus Raō. Okay. Now comes the question as to why this isn't registering. Let's see. Okay, that's that. Do I need to map this controller? If not, I'll plug in my old stick that I used, I think, the first time I did this. I did not anticipate that using this other controller would give me problems. And I'm also trying to do a two-player thing here, too, so that we can, like, do, and that's a check disk. Okay, hold on. Boy, yeah, English for a game that never came stateside, right? Bear with me for one moment here, while I look at inputs. Okay, so let's just map this real quick. SDL map. Do I have to go through and do every single one of these? Is that how this is going to be? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, well, that's what I get. I didn't map my inputs ahead of time, so one moment, please, while I do this. Let's see. I swear it just kind of auto-mapped my last stick. Maybe I should go and plug that in and just do that. Hold on, just so we don't go through too much troubleshooting. Let me just go in back of me and grab it here real quick. Actually, I'm just now remembering that I may not have even mapped this one because I think I did most of my practicing on the PS2 version since it had a training mode. So, oops. Let's see here. Or I could just do the PS2 version because it's essentially the same thing. Would anyone kill me for cheating here? Let's just do that. Just so we don't spend a bunch of time fiddling around with buttons here, huh? The PS2 port is actually very, very good. Very, very accurate. So I don't feel too bad about swapping this out at the last moment here. 1 second. What did I have going here for? I did figure out my PS2 problems last time. Well, I didn't really actually figure it out so much as it just sort of fixed itself. Last time I had PCSX2, is it? Not really loading games. It was just hanging on a black screen, if you recall. And now, like, that just seems like it fixed itself somehow. I'm not really sure how. But we need to get it on the game first. Let's see here. I'm only doing this just because I know the buttons all work and we'll be all good to go here. Unfortunately, yeah, it's not that it wasn't working. It's just that I didn't want to go through the button mapping exercise particularly. Okay, now why are you not showing PCSX2? What is you guys? I can't get a break here. Good Lord. Okay, so now we get to go through and say, okay, what's happening is fly. What is going on here? Why aren't you showing? You should be right. Right. Why are you not showing? When I put you in studio mode a second ago, you were. PC. Hold on a second. The amount of technical problems I've had here in the last couple of days are, okay, so PCSX, when I go straight to PCSX2 mode, it is working fine. But when I go to 4x3 master, is PCSX not in here? Is that what it is? Okay, I understand what's happening. Okay, Red Spectre, 45 consecutive. My goodness. Thank you. I appreciate the Jorin-sama, the regulars, of which there are several of you here today. So let me not disappoint the Jorin-sama too much, and let's get this added here. So we want a scene, and we want game PCSX2, get you in there. And it's going to be like very oversized here for a second once I cut this over. So hold on, let me just adjust my my proportions here. And we're going to do one further adjustment on it in a second once I get past the... Apparently I just didn't have this in the... Let me get this on a screen that isn't just an all-black screen. All right, there we go. We're going to crop it a little more and get it looking a little bit nicer. Hold on. Okay, now you're back to showing me an all black screen. Thank you very much. Crop it to what about there and about there-ish. And then we make it big. We'll adjust the volume for this in a second because the volume is not as loud as it was on Flycast, apparently. So somewhere about here-ish, maybe, looks pretty good. All right. All right, volume. Maybe about 75 or 70 there, since it'll get a little bit louder when the metal kicks in. All right. Weewa Shock. All right. We watched this once already. So let's... Hokuto no Ken. Once again, like a very American, well, maybe not necessarily American, but very, very Western guy who they got for the voices. Hokuto no Ken. All right. Yep, 70 seems about right. All right. I'm just going to go very quickly into training just to show some of the general mechanics, at least so far as I understand them. And that's another reason why this mode is really convenient, because I can just go into training. And so we've got, as far as characters go, we of course have Kenshiro. We have Mamiya, who I've not played a second in my life, but we'll try her out later. Just because it's so rare. Like, we've literally not seen Mamiya appear as a playable character in any game we've played so far, right? We've got Heart, of course. We've got Souther. We've got Yuta. We've got Ray, of course, who I'll be playing as most of the time. Shin. Jagi. By the way, Jagi is in Jagi tier, as in, like, the bottom. Like, Jagi is largely considered to be the worst character in this game, even though he's still viable. And then you've got Toki. So, like, you're generally speaking, the top of the top tier list is, who is it? It's Ray. Ray's pretty up there. I'm gonna have to start over from ER Kung Fu. Once you see my play in this, you'll be like, nope, he needs to go back to ER Kung Fu. Generally speaking, Toki and Ray are kinda the top characters. Raō is very, very right up there too. Very kinda close behind, if I remember correctly. And then everybody sort of converges toward the middle after that. Like, you don't really have, like, everyone else is just kinda in there together and relatively equally viable. I think Yuta might be a little more toward the top too. And then you just have Jagi tier. I forget. I'm trying to remember the reason why Jagi is down there all by himself. I know he can be guard broken easier because he, like, holds out a statue when he crouches. But yeah, basically everyone has infinites. You're not going to see any infinites out of me tonight, unfortunately. The barrier to re-entry for that was just way too much. Yep, Toki. I do not really know how to play Toki so well. Actually, Toki is one of the hardest execution characters in here, so you got that working against you. Generally the most beginner-friendly characters, even though they still have a skill ceiling, are considered to be Kenshiro, Raō, believe it or not, and Shin are generally what people recommend for beginners. Raō probably being like the easiest entry but highest skill ceiling, like when you get up to like the basketball combos. We'll watch some videos too. We'll watch some videos of actual good players. And just so y'all see how crazy this game is, because I won't be able to demo it very successfully, I don't think. Yeah, infinites for me, it depends on the game, right? Like some games have infinites that are easier to do than others, and unfortunately the skill ceiling here is pretty high. Jessica? We got Mamiya, but no Jessica, I'm afraid. And so, yeah, this is training mode, so we'll just go against Raō. We have to say it like the announcer, Raō. And I think all my buttons were just kind of mapped exactly as they were supposed to be the last time I played this. Here comes Raō. And I mean, just like, look at this art for starters. Like, this is just gorgeous. Like, this is probably the best looking game I feel like we've seen out of all these so far. So it gets like massive points for that to start with. Everybody has a double jump in this game, but Raō has a triple jump. And like, you've got like instant air dashes. So like Raō can just kind of, you know, Raō, you're supposed to sort of confuse, you know, people with your movement and like approach from different angles and, you know, things like this, right? And generally, and everybody can dash. They kind of got a run there and a back dash. No awkward stiffness at all. There's nothing awkward or stiff about this game. And so you've got it's essentially a 4-button game. So like you've got light punch, heavy punch, light kick, heavy kick, but you've also got a boost button, which does that if you just press it raw. But it's also used for other things, like guarding, like aura guarding. So you've got a boost meter that's up to 3, and generally your boost meter, like your boost like this is still kind of like extending combos. Like, again, I can't really demo this too well, but so like, you know, if you're doing like, you've got, and then you boost and then you're hitting other stuff, right? Kind of canceling the lag between your moves in order to just extend combos longer, like you use boost mechanics for in a lot of games these days as well. So kind of a little bit ahead of its time in that way. Yeah, you can totally see why these guys ended up making a Dragon Ball game, right? Like it's not hard to see at all. Plus the things that they later do with Guilty Gear. So you've got a boost button. You've got an aura meter, which is really your boost is mostly combo extension. Your aura meter is mostly defense and your I honestly mostly defense, because the aura guard, you can see the meters going down. And a lot of characters actually, believe it or not, have like Raō, especially we'll see some of Raō's infinites later with other people's doing them. He can pretty much just get into a situation where he's just hitting jab, like mashing jab and comboing. Like Raō gets far away too quickly to be able to do that. And I mean, of course, you've got special moves, right? Like Raō, let's see here. Raō has like a DP. There's grabs. Let's see if you hit, I think it's C and D is the, nope, not that one. Hold on. What's the universal grab for everyone? The bottom 2 buttons there. So everybody has a throw. What else? What else do we got for universal mechanics? Vanishing. So, the other thing I should say is, see these little bars underneath the health bars, these little sparkly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the 7 stars of Hokuto. So you can do certain things. I don't think you can do it just through regular damage. Like, you can see me here doing this and like I'm taking down Rao's health bar, but I'm not particularly doing like his stars, right? So you have a couple of universal mechanics. You've got Vanishing Strike, which is sort of like a very, sorry, this is Heavy Strike. A very slow but unblockable strike. Not that one, this one. So it takes a little bit of wind up, as you can see, but it took one of his stars down. And so you're not really supposed to throw these out raw because they're pretty unsafe. You're supposed to work them into setups and things like this. You've got a universal launcher, so then you can, you know, go up and do air combos and stuff, right? Everybody has this. Like, Ray obviously has his own launcher. Like, you can do... That's kind of a launcher, right? You can do this, and then you can do stuff like that, right? But there's a universal launcher. And then you've got Heavy Strike and Vanishing Strike, which I think... Which one is that? Vanishing Strike... Yeah, one of these is Vanishing Strike, and one of... That's... Sorry, this one's Heavy Strike, because it causes stagger and removes 1 star. This one is Vanishing Strike, because it sends the opponent flying toward a wall. So, like, let's throw Raō to the other... Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, go over this way, Raō. So we've got, like, boom, and so he wall bounces, actually, every time you do this. Let's see, what else? And when you run down somebody's stars, you get the Death Star of Hokuto, not to be confused with Star Wars' Death Star. So you can see there's this one flashing star now, right? And so that means that then and only then, when your opponent's star is showing like that, can you do your, and this is a callback to early Guilty Gear games, your God Fist, you know, your deadly blow, your God Fist blow or whatever. That is literally an instant kill. It does not matter if the opponent has a full bar or a little bit of health, it will kill them instantly. Much like you saw in some earlier Guilty Gear games. So, you've got this is Ray's. And then you get the Fatal KO finish. This is training mode, so Raō will just get back up and keep going.
Perfect.
After this. But yeah, there's obviously supers, right? So like, again, I was like showing like his DP earlier. Ray has a lot of Ray's supers are air, because he's an airborne fellow. So, you know, he can do stuff like this. A lot of air stuff. So yeah, I mean, essentially, like, if you go back and look at the Super Famicom fighting games, like, those were very of their time. And honestly, they were kind of sub of their time, because they just even weren't up to Street Fighter II standards, right? Like, this is a real, pretty complex fighting game. And I mean, we're only in, what, 2000 here? I mean, I say only, that was quite a few years since, sorry, 2005. So we're a good, you know, almost 10 years removed from what those, from when those Super Famicom games came out. Not quite 10, but, you know, we're getting in the vicinity, right? And so we're in a whole different world now, and honestly, that's why I can't play this as well, because I can get good at very fundamentals-based fighting games quickly, but when they have a lot of gimmicks and unique stuff, like, it just takes me a whole lot longer to kind of get up to speed on them, right? So that's just sort of how it is. All right, well, let's do some CPU matches, shall we? See how long it takes me to game over, or how quickly it takes me to game over, I should say. Apologies in advance to anyone who is better at this game than me, which is probably everyone here. All right, Ray, I kind of know a little bit. He's definitely the one that I know the most, so we'll start with Ray. And for the others, we'll be getting firmly into, like, experimentation territory. Oh, it looks like this is amazing. Like, this deserves so much praise. Oh, we're against Joggy, too. Fury knows no limits. And it's got the typical Guilty Gear, like, little, like, pieces of text, like Fury knows no limits and stuff that really just, like, work for this world, like, perfectly. And like Hokuto no Ken, there he's on his bike and Rei's dressed in his, yep. It's just so good. It's so good. Nanda teme wa.
Retribution. Battle 1. Decide the destiny.
I'm trying to remember, let's see, his... I should have... I think it's converts off of... Yeah, I see he's got a statue, like, when he blocks low like that. Oh, you put me in the chair. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm totally with you. Like that's why I gravitated toward this one. I promise this is a CPU player. He's just fucking sitting here doing nothing right now, but what was his conversion to a launcher? It was like I'll have to look at my notes again after Joggy. Oh, I've got like a cement thing chained around my leg. Because it's Joggy, and Joggy does those dirty tricks. What was his... let's see, I got notes here.
Battle 2. Decide the destiny.
Decide the destiny. Oh, he's doing his job. Hold on, I'm scrolling down notes here. If you're wondering why I'm just like sitting here keeping myself in the corner. Not that Joggy is doing much about it. Yamete kure! Hold on. Almost there, almost there. I have quite a few notes that I took on this that I was trying to... Okay. That's, yeah, basic 2A, 2D. Oh, I think Rei could have taken out Joggy, right? I think he could have taken out Joggy. So yeah, he has a grab where he looks at everyone and checks their chest to see if they're the man with the 7 scars. Like, how cool is that? It's so good. And I know I'm not supposed to be doing that raw, but... Sorry about the commercials, Chibi UFO. I can't, I don't think you would have missed too much. Just me trying to remember even simple combos. Yeah, right? If he could even get as far against Raō as he did, I really feel like he could have gone against Joggy, no problem.
Rei versus
Shin. Weirdly, he didn't just say Shin like I thought he was. Oh, Shin's intro. Look at that. Sonnani hayaku shinitai ka. Yeah, Shin. It was like him trying to, like, you know, say what, Oh yeah, there's what was taunt. And like them just like shouting out, you know, their taunts and stuff is just so good. So cool. Yep. No, it's not Shin. Shin's not the man with the 7 scars. Or sorry, Shin. Shin. He's at least a little bit more challenging than Joggy was, I'll give him that. Oh. No. Am I gonna timer scam Shin? Maybe I am. Oh, no. There we go. Oh yeah, Ray and yeah, it's weird that they call him Thouser in this game and not Souther. I don't really know what to make of that, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, he's got like a head stomp kind of deal. Okay, as I walk right into it, yeah. Man, I am not DPing too well today. Well, I am when I don't want it to come out. Ah, I didn't time that one well. Ah, Shin stuck his finger into my chest. Doshita. Konna mono ka. Oh, Shin's gonna get me. I have watched the new anime on Amazon. It's pretty good. I was a little skeptical because I'm a big fan of the original. It's been a while, but I've seen all of the original, and I was very impressed. I think they did a great job with it. And I am very much looking forward to getting to Jagi. Ore no na o itte miro! So you can do combos even just with jabs with most of these characters. He just told me I'm garbage in the face of Nanto, but little does he know. I think Ray probably had his number as far as that goes. I gotta remember what his, let me pull up Ray's move list here. Because there's a couple I gotta remember here. Yep, we get Jagi to look forward to in the future, which is a perfectly fine cutoff point in my opinion. I'm glad we at least got through Ray though, because Ray's my fave.
Ray versus
I'm looking forward / not looking forward to getting all sad again when he eventually Yeah, so you're probably talking, let me pause this one real quick so I can just look at this move list here too. But what you're probably talking about is the Saturn kinda FMV, like almost like not card battle, but the Janken kind of one, right? We did play that. It was not great, in my opinion. That type of game is not exactly my favorite, and when we get to the ranking list a little bit later, we'll see where it went, but it didn't go up very high. Let's just put it that way. Oh yeah, like Ray. I can't really necessarily explain what my attachment to Ray is, but oh yeah, Heart, though he's kind of given me the business a little bit, is also considered to be quite not great. But he, I don't remember the details, but he has, actually has different, he has more of an advantage on the 2P side than he does on the 1P side, for whatever reason. Oh. Oh, is he like winding up there or something? Like he's almost got like a charge or something? Interesting, interesting. Ah! Oh, he's got like a... We timer scammed him.
Win, Ray.
Yup.
Battle 2.
Ray feel like he owes him a lot. Okay, yeah, I couldn't remember what the range on that one was. Okay, cool. I'm just remembering what some of these specials even were. But I've expended all my aura at this point, so until that builds back up. Get out of here. Jesus, Heart. Get off of me, man. Shh. Trying to get in so I can do that A special on him. Lose.
Final battle.
Like I got Z'd up on the car and back there. There we go. Oh! Interesting. Come on, no, Heart. Good God. I don't think I'm... Wrong one. Just hoping for the... Oh no! Beaten by Heart. Ray was beaten by Heart. That doesn't seem right. But it's only because of my skill. No reflection on Ray. Yes, I will continue. We'll try and push our way through it here if we can. Maybe if I can continue and just look at some of the other characters, that might actually be a decent idea too. Believe I was doing some reading on this, and Mamiya was originally thought to be not very good, but over time, I guess, has sort of been reevaluated a little bit to kind of, you know, fall somewhere in like the middle of the pack.
Versus Toki.
I don't think you see too much of her played competitively because people just pick the top tiers, or Joggy for the lulls, you know?
The time of retribution. Battle 1. Decide the destiny.
Decide the destiny. Alright, she has a bow gun, so I mean... In a game where, like, a zoner is not, you know... Exactly. Is there a, yeah, let's, like, look at the command list real quick for Mamiya. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, so she's got her yo-yo, it looks like. Different bow gun with punch and kick. Bowgun works in air. There's a bowgun reload with a half circle back, or sorry, quarter circle back. Met bomb with heavy kick. Okay, interesting. All right. Yeah, okay, yeah, she was definitely reloading. Oh, there's her yo-yos. So I assume she can do... Oh, she's got kind of a slide in there. Oh, Mamiya was your go-to? Yeah, I don't know. She seems pretty neat, actually. I kind of like her. And she's got, you know, low and high bowgun shots, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. There might be
Battle 2.
you're probably not supposed to play her quite as zony as I am, I'm sure, but you're probably supposed to be a little more aggressive than that. it's not necessarily as obvious to me how, you know, those moves like... Whoa. What's up, Maddie? We're trying out Mamiya. Oh! So I wonder if you can do anything off of her, like, dashing thing that she has there. No, that's just kind of knockback, isn't it? Don't want to go into that one, because there's so much startup on that that it's ridiculous. Kakugo! Whoa! Oh, Lord! Toki! Yeah, Decide the Destiny, I think, probably is a little bit better, isn't it?
Final battle. Decide the destiny.
No. No Kakugo, Toki. You Kakugo! Okay, I see. Hold on, I want to look at her command list one more time real quick, because... Yeah, Mamiya was not having a very good time there. Let's see, so... Okay, that's her fatal. Okay, so yeah, I feel like I should... And then the deadly is the same. Okay, so more or less they kept these pretty standard from player to player. Okay. There we go. Oh! Oh my god! Mamiya! You're so cool! Way better than Joggy's motorcycle, in my opinion. Oh, she's got one that curves up to her DP. And it, like, stays out there. That's really interesting. I don't know, I feel like it would really, like... You don't see her in too much competitive play, but I do feel like it would be really fun to get Mamiya to work. Because, I mean, I love Rei, I have to love Mamiya, too, right? It's just kinda... You can't get one without the other. Alright, Mamiya versus Heart.
Mamiya versus Mr. Heart.
I forgot to call him Mr. I mean, Hato-sama, I guess, is why they call him Mr. Heart, but Mr. Heart! I always wondered, like, back when there were more Fist of the North Star people who got into this through the game, would always call him Mr. Heart, and I guess I didn't realize until very recently that this is kind of why. It all came from this, I guess, because I haven't heard him called Mr. Heart. Maybe in some fan subs or something, potentially? Heart, I do not like your big sucking in thing.
Win, Mamiya.
Win, Mamiya.
Battle 2. Decide the destiny.
Yeah, I do like Decide the Destiny. I'm coming around to it. Oh, no. No, you don't. Oh, I guess, yes, you do. Oh! Does she not have a throw? Maybe it's not close enough. Oh god! No! It's his murderous rampage! You're getting the bike cart.
Win, Mamiya.
Win, Mamiya. I'm also coming around to this really goofy announcer, I gotta say. Mamiya versus Kenshiro. I feel like she probably wouldn't do too well in this fight, but, you know. And it's in Lin's village.
Kenshiro.
He says Kenshiro pretty well.
The time of retribution. Battle 1.
I mean, that's probably what Kenshiro would say to Mamiya if she tried to fight him. What are you doing? Go home. Whew. Oh. Well, there it is. Awata!
Win, Mamiya. Battle 2. Decide the destiny.
Yeah, in a way, the tournaments for this game... What's up, dem guts? We, in a way, I feel like the tournaments for this game are some of the most fun to watch, and we'll watch a little footage from some of the more memorable ones. Yeah, you can finally play her! Like, good for you, girl! They finally put you playable in a game. I guess you could play her in, like, the versus mode of that PS1 game that beat 'em up that we played a little bit of. But, like, it was only that. It was only that. That was a mistake.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Will I even timer scan? I can't even tell. Actually, I think he might have more health than me.
Time's up.
Oh, I guess not.
Win, Mamiya.
By a pixel. Yeah, I don't... My archetype in fighting games that I prefer to play as tends really not... Oh, here we go. This is the fight we've all been waiting for. My preferred archetype in fighting games tends not to really be rushdown characters. Like, I am a little more, like, naturally attracted to a zoner, and, like, for as much as you can do zoning in this game. Like, it seems like Mamiya has more of the tools for, at least to make that partially viable.
The time of retribution. Battle 1.
Though I'll actually have to look up some high-level play of her and see, like, how you're really meant to really play Mamiya at a higher level, you know? Oh no! Ray, you already know! Okay. I am not faring too well against my boyfriend here. He's kind of taking me to town. And not like for a date. Did Ray just take a swig out of like a... What's going on there? Is there something I'm not remembering? Okay, that did not, like, do no damage at all, but... Ray is kind of lighting me up here. Need to get out of that corner. I think this might be it for Mamiya. At least it was by Ray. Alright, let's see. There's a couple other characters I want to mess around with here. Since they are fairly unique, I mean, another one we don't really see a lot of, right, is Yuta. And Yuta, from what I understand, kind of has an interesting thing going on here.
Yuta versus Sheen.
Sheen. Friday Night Fist. Okay. All right.
Decide the destiny.
All right, so I'm completely going in blind on Yuta here, but I know he has like followers or something, which probably means I should look at a command list. Let's see here. Okay, maybe his... It's not clear from these really which ones would be, but... Oh yeah, check that out, okay. Shin is really ramping his shit up here, but okay, so he sends like different people out. Jesus. Yeah, the CPU was a bit of a joke at first, but now they're ramping up quite a bit. Okay, he has a power wave. That's not Kenshiro. That's Yuta. Oh, Yuria. I didn't see Yuria sitting in the background there. How did I was doing power wave earlier. Oh, okay. It's that one right there. There we go. The followers thing is interesting, but
Final battle. Decide the destiny.
yeah, being able to, like, a lot of the kanji used in like Fist of the North Star and stuff is a little bit more difficult to read because it's very obscure and like not, you know, not words you would see in like daily use or anything like that, but I do generally speaking know enough to get by. Hey, Nappy. We've tried out a few different characters here. Shin is pretty much handing me everything he can hand me. Lose. That is exactly what I did. Mamiya, I feel like, is the surprising front runner for me so far. Let's just maybe try a couple other characters here. Like Kenshiro, we all kind of know, you know, what his deal is, really. We got a Raō. Here it comes again if you missed the announcer the first time. Raō. Listen to his pronunciation. Raō. Raō and Toki.
Raō versus Toki.
From what I understand, Rao's combos are pretty high execution. What is that? Is that Toki's thing flapping in the wind? I was like, what were we hearing there? It's like Toki's clothes flapping in the wind. All right, let's see here. Okay, he has a back. Okay, his specials are actually a little bit different than most of the others. So he has, okay, he has a DP of some kind. Maybe it looks like. Heavy punch. Okay. Okay, he's like auraing up or something. Yeah, it makes sense, right? Whoa! He's got quite a sweep there too. Look at that shit! He's just got a straight up beam. He is slow, as you might expect for Raō. Jesus, Toki. I know you want to beat your brother, but settle down a second. Oh, Kenshiro has a beam as well? Okay. Yeah, Rao's a little slow for me. But you do see, he is a very frequently played character. You do often see him in tournaments and whatnot. Oh. Trying to get some of the specials out here. What was, hold on, let me just make sure. Okay, that's why. The specials are different. They're quarter circle backs. Okay. Golden Frieza? Yeah, I remember him being, I didn't end up following, Fighter Z for very long. There we go. Ah! Yeah, he's gonna do his insta-kill. Toki wins. Yeah, did we have anybody who was into, or is still into Dragon Ball FighterZ at all? It's a team game, with a tag game, which is like, fine, I don't have anything inherently against tag games, but it's like, it's more characters I gotta learn, and I already don't have time to keep up in a single one. Alright, we'll try Souther as our last, Sōsōsei. He said, they've obviously instructed him to say that with a more Japanese pronunciation. Sōsōsei.
Sōsōsei versus Mr. Heart.
Mr. Heart. Look at Souther's entrance, though. That's pretty sick.
The time of retribution. Battle 1. Decide the destiny.
Nice. Yeah, I played it a little bit when it came out. Dragon Ball FighterZ, that is. Okay, so he has... Oh, interesting. Okay. No, not my turn yet. Seems like it's never my turn. Heart, I have a very... His properties are very weird.
Battle 2. Decide the destiny.
Air grab. Oh yeah, this would not even be a contest, right? Heart would last about 2 seconds. Now I'm calling him Souther. Souther. Let's see here. Okay, so yeah, he has... Oh, they gave him... Again, they gave him some kind of weird motion ones, too. Turning that back... Okay. I hate that Heart has that sucking in thing. That's immensely annoying. Nanto Heart with this taunt. Nanto Seiken wa konna mono deshita ka. Oh, that's all there is to Nanto Seiken? Alright, should we watch some, really quickly watch some actual, like, good high-level play here instead of me fumbling my way through this? Alright, let's do that. Let me get it ready. Let's see here. I've got a couple that I picked for this that I think sufficiently showcase how this game usually goes when you see it in high-level play. This is pretty low res though. Let me see if my other one's a better resolution. Because I got this one for a video edit I wanted to do because it has a very funny moment in it. But I think the other one might be higher resolution. This is 1280 by 720.
Yeah, you get to reverse, so
let me just skip to the funny part. So typically, I know this is not great quality, and we'll show one that's better quality in a minute. But you can probably at least see Ray just like doing crazy infinites on Heart here, right? And then you have the meme in this is kind of this, where it's like one person just has to not drop their combo, right? And the other person is just sitting there doing nothing. Sometimes they pose, sometimes they take selfies with the person who's you know, still having to execute the combo.
A little bit too late, I think.
In this particular case, where is it? Hold on, I know it's in here somewhere. Here we go, maybe here.
You know, that's exactly how I felt too.
Here we go, I think this is it.
He's probably thinking about like, man, those fidget spinners are fun.
The wallet's coming out. I don't know if that's I'll give you money to stop or what that is exactly. But let's see if we've got anything fun in the this is a little bit, I think this footage is a little bit cleaner looking. Let's see. Oh, no, sorry, that's Punch Mania, my bad. Not that one. That was Anime Evo, this one, because this is from Evo Japan 2026. So it ought to be much cleaner. But let's like, I mean, look at this. You've got like these dribble combos, right? Where you've got Yuta just like doing the bounce. Doing the bounce in the corner. Yeah, everyone's got infinites, but everyone does them very differently. So, like, let's get to some other characters here. Okay. Oh, there's somebody playing Mamiya! All right, I'll have to go back and watch this video. Actually, let's watch it a little bit now. Mamiya versus Toki. Toki, unfortunately. Harder execution, but definitely one of the strongest characters. So we might be seeing Mamiya being caught in a lot of stuff here. Yeah, oh, okay. Okay, alright. Oh! Look at this! Look at this! Oh! Oh, so Mamiya does have him. She just, the player just dropped. That combo got dropped. But yeah, we could have seen Mamiya having Toki in an infinite there. I'm seeing even that little bit more of high-level Mamiya play makes me want to learn her even more, though, honestly. And, like, come on, right? Like, all of us... Who among us who has played fighting games, even remotely seriously, hasn't been like, you know what? I know this, and this person are the top-tier characters, and I know they're the easiest to win with, but, like, I really like this character, and even if they're mid or low or whatever, like, I really want to make it work, right? I really want to try and win with them. Like, haven't we all felt that at some point? All right, hold on. I want to see if we can see anything else, if you can get anything else going on with Mamiya here. Jesus punch. I guess Toki is sort of Jesus, isn't he? So that kind of makes sense. Oh, crossbows in air. Okay, and she just has like a jet. Okay, all right. And see, look, she's just doing light kick. Like, she's just doing light kick off of the right setup, right? I don't know if he has to throw the punch in there, or if this is just style points or what. But, like, look, you got they call this basketball on the Japanese wikis because it looks like, you know, especially with Ray's later, it looks like he's just dribbling a ball. KOF 9, yeah, we definitely got some KOF 98 players in here. I mean, I was okay for a while. Ted Bob, I know, is big on KOF 98. DOA 3 was fun. I played a little more DOA 2 than I did DOA 3, but DOA 3 was a good one. Look at this. Oh, and see, she did the dash to get back in because her low kick is moving her away, as you can see. And so she has to use boost meter to get back in there with it, but it looks like punch maybe doesn't move her away as fast. So, like, by the, you know, the boost might be built up by the time, again, that... Though maybe he just did a regular dash there. Look at this. All right, this is selling me on Mamiya for sure. Right? And all you have to do is not drop it, right? Easier said than done, because I think my understanding is that the timings on some of these are pretty intense. Like, they're not always easy to do.
It always ends at 100 strikes. It just can't count, huh? Yeah, so like if you do a combo that is 99 hits and then do the...
All right, let's see when we get to like top 8. Let's see who we end up with. Yeah, Tokis are always real fun to watch. You got a was that Toki and Ray?
Yes, there it is. You got it. Hey, yep, and he's doing the simple one. I like this. This is a good decision.
Okay, yeah, this is definitely one of Toki's easier ones. He has like some crazy air setups that I've seen. You don't get out of it. You hope that the person drops the combo. When you're being juggled like this game has an alpha counter, but like that only works when you're guarding, right? Not when you're already stuck in a combo. So like you literally do nothing to get out of this, and unless be ready in case your opponent drops the combo. And like this game is a little bit memed because at high level play, this is basically what it is.
All the way to the air. Yeah, oh, not the spin yet. Oh, not quite. Halfway off the
And so you just, and I mean, look, like the damage scaling is crazy because, like, crazy bad, because look at how long it takes to kill a person. Like, you're just doing that forever and ever and ever and ever.
because the Ray got bodied.
Oh, absolutely, I've seen High Score Girl. We have several sound clips
Yeah, no way.
available on the Twitch side of things for High Score Girl. I love that show. I've read the manga, I've watched the anime. Yeah, no, it's a great example though, because like a lot of the characters that like he and Ono and Hidaka pick are not necessarily top tier characters. Most of them aren't.
You're the best Judah player who ever lived. Yeah. Yeah, pick it.
Like what? In my favorite one is how in Sam Show 2, Hidaka always picked 9-Holt Ziegler,
And I do think Toki still wins the matchup. By
which is like you pick, you know, the Charlotte's right there, but no, we're gonna pick 9-Holt Ziegler, and it's like you've got to respect that. You've got to respect it. I mean, I play Charlotte, but not because she's the best, one of the best characters in that game, just because I like the pokers. Oh, you're probably thinking of Daigo Umehara, right? And Justin Wong. The Evo moment, what was it, 37? The parrying every hit of Chun-Li's super is probably what you're thinking of. That's when you say Street Fighter 3 and Insane Counter, that's pretty much the thing that it has to be. But like you guys get the idea, right? Like this is like what this game is essentially.
The Toki was able to beat the round winners.
Hold on, actually I just want to see real quick the Raō, if the Raō character or if the Raō player does the one that's just jabs. So we'll watch this one and then we'll rank this after this and we'll move on to the other games afterward. Yeah, this is the Ray Raō, and I mean, not only is it an important match for the source material, right? But it's just one of the most fun to watch because of just like how broken both of these characters are. Yep. Good old Evo moment 37. We all love it. And then no one remembers what the other Evo moments are. Because why would you? When you've got that one. Yeah, but Raō, I've never seen Raō in the white costume before. That's very funny. Raō has this one where it's just jabs. It's just mashing jabs the entire time. And so if we can get... The thing I don't understand about this, because one of the commentators just said Judah, and I understand why he said Judah, because in this game it's written J-U-D-A, but it's Yuda. It's distinctly Yuda. So like why were they going for like a Spanish thing? Is that what they were doing? And I mean, then you have other weird things like Thowther. Like, why did they write some of these characters the names? Oh, you got a little bit of Ray's basketball dribble there. This isn't the one I was thinking of with Raō, but this is pretty good. And honestly, sometimes like you don't even kill the person who you're working on before the timer runs out, and so you're just doing a timer. Like, this is the ultimate game for timer scans. There's the dribble. There it is. There it is. Oh my god. Hilarious. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. But yes, that is what this game is. And so there is a thing that we must do, and that's figure out where we want to put it on this list. So, hold on, let me get this. Get the name here. All right. So I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, this is pretty high. Like, this might, so far, we've actually got the PS1 beat 'em up at the top, because I just found that to be really charming that they recreated it all in PS1 graphics. But like, I don't know, even though I'm not, the best person in the world at this game, it might be a stereotypical thing to do, but like, I kind of feel like this just belongs up here. That's my take anyway. Like, I think there's just so many things about it that are cool. And I think I was going to say something about this earlier, but it might have slipped my mind. Like, the whole Arc System Works vibe for like the whole Guilty Gear vibe that they established with like all these heavy metal songs and things like that, right? That the Guilty Gear games had up to that point and can still continue to have. It's perfect for this game. Like, Fist of the North Star is heavy metal as hell, even though, the show's soundtrack wasn't particularly or anything, but except if you count the, Tough Boy or something like that, which was kind of in that direction. But like, I just think everything about, they just nailed it completely. Like, they perfectly captured the essence of this game. It's much more complex, which, could be good or bad. Your mileage may vary versus some of these Super Famicom games. And like, it was a love letter to the show in a different way from this PS1 game. Like, this went really all in on what if we recreated the whole experience, like from beginning to the end, down to the opening and everything, in polygons, which is admirable in its own way. And then now this is just like, what if we made this crazy ass fighting game and not like slavishly copied it beat for beat, but like really got everything that people remember about the characters, the essence of everything, the aesthetics, all of it in there. Like, I just think they did a really amazing job. So I feel pretty good about putting it there, to be honest. Next is indeed a game I've never played. And so let's go back to our 3x4 aspect, or actually let me change the marquee. But yes, this is Hokuto no Ken, Hokuto Shinken Denshōsha no Michi. In other words, Fist of the North Star, the road to be the successor of Hokuto Shinken. And this was made by Spike before they were Spike Chunsoft, before that merger happened. Released on the DS in February 2008. So a good bit into the DS's lifespan, I would say. Let's see. Let's get Melon DS up here. Let's get Melon DS loaded. Where are you, Melon DS? Where's your button? There you are. And let's get the ROM going. And I should be playing this with just a mouse. There we go. Because it's a DS game, and I assume I'll be doing a lot of tapping on pressure points. We got to touch. All right, let's see what they do with the intro song here. I like it. This is a good intro. Let's turn it up a little bit, shall we? Yeah, it's definitely more manga style, but I mean, the DS was kind of known for, because of the way it folded, like you definitely had some visual novels that were meant, and just essentially straight up books, right? Like straight up ebooks that they put on there. So like the DS kind of had that thing going for it. Okay, I like it. All right, we got a story mode. We've got probably like a multiplayer kind of mode using wireless here. We've got a character like encyclopedia, it looks like. Let's just look at some of this other stuff. Okay, so this is just your unlockables and whatnot. That's fine. We got like different characters that appear on each of these. Again, more use kind of unlockable cards or something. All right, so let's just go story mode since we're certainly not going to be doing any multiplayer here. All right, and so we just go Kokoro no Sakebi, which was, I believe, the name of the first episode, the one that Lin and Zeed holding up Lin. So I don't know how beat for beat this is going to go, if it's going to skip over things or if it's really going to cover everything. All right, we're getting the usual. Yeah. The world was enveloped in nuclear flames and all that sort of thing. The seas dried up and all this. Daga! Okay. That was just our little intro to the thing in general. Okay. The cries of the heart, I suppose you would translate that as. And is it going to go through, like, how much of the actual story is it going to go through here? Maybe a good bit of it. Oh, yeah, they're throwing... Oh, and it's like comic panels. Okay, I see. We're gonna click through these. Like, I'm not gonna translate this word by word. And we got, like, little sound effects and things like that. So they're not voiced, maybe. Which is not surprising for a DS title. I don't think we had too many fully voiced DS titles, did we? Oh, wait. Wait, hold on. What is going on? I'm tracing over a thing? Do it again. Hold on, I missed what I was supposed to do. The tracing is also kind of working a little bit weird here. Did it go this way? Did it go this way? I wasn't paying attention. But I just want you to show me again what I was supposed to do. I wasn't paying attention. Also, like, sliding being a part of this game might be a problem. Hold on, embarrassingly enough, I'm gonna reset this. Because I was not looking at the screen when they were showing me what I was supposed to be doing there. Let's kind of skip through this a little bit more quickly here. I think I can skip through this part, hopefully. Please? No? I guess I can't. Meanwhile, frame capture device, permanent software. All right, I'll pay more attention this time, but the one game that had sliding in this, I couldn't. Spoilers. I'm not doing this on a real DS. I'm using a mouse, and touching works fine. But sliding, I feel like I've had some weird issues with in the past. But we'll see. Okay. All right, paying attention this time because they had me do a slide thing. Right, somewhere right around here. And because this is the DS, I need to do this nonsense. I need to slide my stylus around because, oh my goodness, the stylus is so novel. Okay. I thought that's what I was doing. I mean, is it even... I feel like it's just not really registering what I'm doing. I'm gonna do it slower. It's like it's dropping my tracing at some point is what the problem is. Which is, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get around this. see here. I just want, can I make you go away? Can I not do the tracing? I want to hit things with pressure points. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do this nonsense. I wonder if there's like a setting I can adjust to maybe make this go better or something. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can... Anyone's ever done anything in DS emulators with this, let me know. But I'm going to see if I can poke at the internet. And figure out a solution to this problem. Because, like, I'm not letting go of the mouse button, I promise. I'm holding down the mouse button the entire time. Let's see here. I have not done too much with DS emulation up until the games that I had to start doing for this window mode. Okay. Hybrid. All right, hold on. Let me look at a couple things here. I assume maybe interface settings, hide mouse after activity, pause emulation when window is not in focus. None of that should really matter. I am running it windowed. Make the emulator window fairly large so the DS touchscreen occupies a big area. Make sure your physical Windows cursor never leaves the bottom screen rectangle. That could be part of my problem because, like, if you look... I feel like I just can't keep it straight enough and quick enough. Let's see. Software close it temporarily. Make sure you're physical. Yeah, I mean, I think this is all pretty okay. Anything else that might be helpful here? Let's see, maybe inputs, keys. That's just the DS mapping. Boy, oh boy. I don't know that there's too much else I can look at here. Path settings is just paths for files. Screen layout. Let me try something here with the screen layout, just in case this has something to do with it. Aspect ratio for, yes. Screen sizing, emphasis bottom. Okay, what if I, like, make this a little bit bigger? Does this help at all? I think my problem is I'm, like, going off screen, if that makes sense. So, like, I'm going like this. And then it, like, goes... My stylus goes off screen, and then it maybe stops registering that because this is, like, literally right on the edge. I don't know what I can do to make this go along more quickly, unfortunately. Let's see. I was not necessarily planning on this being a problem. Even... what happens if I just do bottom only? Sorry, I know you're getting a little cut off in the layout here. I'm just doing some experimentation with what I can do to keep this going here. but I am running out of ideas, I'm afraid. The other thing I can try, maybe this is something about standalone Melon DS. I can also try it on RetroArch as well and see if maybe I have better luck somehow. Because here, I mean, it really looks to me like I'm just... It's just not registering my whole swipe there, right? Okay, so let's just try this real quick. An air mouse on a remote that works but not always. Gotcha, gotcha. Let me switch to 4x3 and switch to RetroArch and see if maybe I have better luck here. I mean, it's probably just going to be the same core, so it shouldn't... I mean, that was standalone Melon DS that you were looking at earlier. What do you mean there's no files in DS? That's just wrong? Let's see here. No, there's definitely files in there. What are you talking about? Boy, oh boy. Well, I might have to postpone this one and try and do some troubleshooting on it sometime in the future, because not only that, but like also RetroArch is not even picking up the .ds files that are in here. Or sorry, the .nds files that are in here. So, like, double whammy, I guess. Yeah, sorry about that. We will postpone ranking that one, and I'll have to see what I can do to get it going. But that means we've only got one more for today, which I know works. So let me go over to that one real quick. The other thing I should mention while we're going up to here is that in July 2008, there was also another there's also another Hokuto no Ken game that came out from Gung Ho Entertainment called Hokuto no Ken Online, which was a Windows game. That game is not playable anymore, as far as I can tell. The servers have long since been turned off. As far as I know, there's no fan recreations of it. So it's not exactly even possible, so far as I know, to play. But it is a game that existed, and there is YouTube clips of it, but I don't feel like I can rank something from YouTube alone. Even watching it, I don't really think I would get the idea of what it was really like. There is online footage. We can take a look. I won't rank it, but there is definitely online footage. So one second here. Let me find it. We'll have to get my browser set up to YouTube here, which we should be able to do. Usually the videos that I play on stream here are just ones that I've downloaded, but honestly, I would do well to make it so I have that flexibility as well. Let's see. This one, most of them have some. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see if this works. Browser. 1 second. This is just my day for technical difficulties, I'm telling you. Oh boy. All right. So if I do browser, yeah, that should be okay. So chat. We're in the right mode, right? Right. Why aren't you showing? You should be showing. You're showing in studio. You know what? Let me just download this real quick and be done with it. I didn't actually study this one too much, I will admit. But it will be kind of interesting to see what it really played like. I assume that it was kind of a real, you know, how to put it, cash grab of an online game that probably did not have a whole lot to offer. But let's find out. Let's find out. Pulling it up right now. Okay, it is... where's the file I just saved? Did I save it to the wrong place? Sorry, I'm a mess today. Look back in my history. This, get the URL again. You might have heard the sound there. I swear I just did this, but what folder did I put it in? YouTube? Fist of the North Star, yes. Oh, okay. I think it was right in front of my face and I just didn't see it. All right. All right, let's go back to video. And I said, let's go back to video. What the hell is happening with you today, OBS? Video. There we go. All right, this is off of YouTube. What in the world? I assume this is just some comic video that someone has made. Like, this does not seem like it's actually, like, real gameplay to me. It's just some type of weird... Gooba! I can't actually tell if this is, like, real and from the game or not. I guess I expected it from being called Hokuto no Ken Online to be more of, like, a massive multiplayer type deal. But that does not really seem to be what we're dealing with. Oh yeah, it looks very early PS2. I like how we got, like, the sax. All right, let me look at some of the other videos online to see if, like, they're all like this or if some of them are a little more like gameplay-y looking, shall we say? Because that just looks like something that was pretty staged to me. But maybe that's just how the game was. Let's see. Oh, this one might be a little more interesting. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let me grab this one. This at least seems like it's actual gameplay, whereas that one before seemed like a lot more story. Let's try this out. Here we go. So you can see it's more like kind of massively multiplayer a little bit. And this is apparently what the combat looked like. Doesn't exactly look like there was much depth to it, at least at a glance. I mean, look, like, you can't even really tell, like... I mean, you can look at health bars. This is a pretty one-sided match. And then there goes all the rest of his health. It doesn't seem like we were missing too much to me. Again, it's a little bit hard to tell just from a YouTube video, right? But I don't know. Yeah, the music is neat. It looks like they pulled music largely just from the show, right? Which is kind of cool. But I don't know. That doesn't... I wonder... I didn't actually look up how long it ran. Let's see if I can figure that out. Let's see. It appears that... No. Really? 14 months? It launched in July 2008, which I believe matches my notes. Yes, it does. July 2008. And supposedly there was an expansion in March 2009 called Hokuto no Ken Online Heroes. And then it shut down in September 2009. So Japanese online games have, you know, are noted for not, you know, having long uptime, shall we say. But boy, that's that's something. That is a not a game with a long life. And so I guess it's no wonder that no one cared really about trying to preserve it, right? Because probably nobody played it. All right, let's try and get our, I guess our last game going, because I do not have another one prepared for this evening, so we might be do a little bit of a shorter stream today. But we do got one more game. So let's see. This one gets into the real kind of weirdo section of things, because this one is Hokuto no Ken Raō Gaiden Ten no Hao. So Raō Gaiden, like the conqueror of heaven, the ruler of heaven. So we're getting into some PSP territory here. I have also never played this, even for a second. I read up a little bit about it. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what it is, because we're back in fighting game land. And it has no achievements on retro achievements. How surprising. All right. Data, we'll go ahead and create... Oh, you finished it days before the stream. Wow. Okay. So we had some technical difficulties with the DS game, Dem Guts. Unfortunately, I was not able to tell why Melon DS was not... I was... Raō Gaiden! Okay. Ten no Hao. Let me maybe turn this down a tad. Maybe right there. Anyway, we were trying to trace, you know, with the stylus, aka our mouse, and it wasn't holding. Like, I was holding down the mouse button and tracing a square, and it just wasn't registering it. So, admittedly, all the DS emulation I had done up until this point did not have too much to do with tracing. So I'm gonna have to maybe try and figure out at some point if I can do anything about that. Yep, this is, I think, didn't it have an anime adaptation, Ten no Hao? I've never seen it. I probably should watch it. But yeah, this is where Raō, like, wins, basically. And so you have a very interesting cast of characters here. And this is a 3D fighter, in case you can't tell. It'll become very clear in a moment. Apparently it had online. Oops, wrong button. This is Japanese inputs. Gotta hit that button. Yeah, we'll keep it on normal. That's fine. Key config. All right, so what I read about this game is that it was designed to specifically target people who didn't normally play fighting games. So they wanted to not make a very complex game, right? And so that's why you have pretty simple controls. You basically just got one button to jump, because this is a 3D fighting game. You can't just do up to jump. You have a guard button. You have a strong attack and a weak attack. So pretty straightforward. Yep, Kenshiro, I read about this too. Kenshiro is unlockable. We probably, unless it's just clear the game once, then we may or may not be unlocking him. So yeah, clear, like, its target audience was definitely not, you know, big fighting game people. So just to kind of set the stage for that. So we'll do story mode. And we're not going to dwell too much on the story here. Okay, so story mode, so I probably have to play as Raō. I guess that makes sense. I don't know who this Joker is. Solga. Okay, my controller is not mapped correctly. Hold on, let me... Maybe I need a pad on this one, because it's a 3D game, potentially. Hold on, let me swap. Okay, hold on, I might have it. And just like my movement is not really working. Let's see. Where's my inputs here? Where are you? Where are you? This is my first time using PSPPP. PSPPP? I feel like I maybe got one P too short in there. More setting? Control mapping. Alright, let's see here. D-pad down, yes, of course. So then why are you not working? Yeah, because that's right. PSP, it's easy to forget. PSP did not have two analog sticks. It did indeed have a D-pad. So yeah, we would be moving this as part of a D-pad, wouldn't we? So like D-pad up. But yeah, pad up, pad down. This is already kind of on here. I'll do it just in case. It's easy to forget that, right? I just did. Let's see. All right, go back. I mean, I feel like I should be able to, like, pivot, right? Maybe this is a me problem, but let's see. Yeah, that would be Vita. Oops, I did not necessarily mean to exit. No. Take me back. Actually, let me just go into practice real quick so I can figure out this buttons thing. And there we go. There's Souther. We definitely have some familiar characters here, right? We've got Souther. I don't know who Soga is. I don't know who Dana is. We all know Toki. We all know Yuta. Who is that? Dudo? Yuga. We got Jagi. We got Sakuya. Sorry, the writing is a little bit stylized. Amiiba. Oh, and that's what's his name? Riguru, his Raō, who had become like Raō's like general later on. Oh, I played Monster Hunter on a PSP quite a bit. I did the whole thing where I had my finger up here and my other finger up here on the trigger. Go easy on me, I'm using Japanese PSP controls. Definitely a thing. All right, I just want to see, like, what the hell is going on with movement here? Hold on. I was hitting random. Oh, okay, it just selects it like that. CPU. Just give me, like, normal CPU, because I just want to... Yep, it was the claw. It wasn't as uncomfortable as you might think, but okay, hear it. Okay. It's fine here. I'm dashing around. Let me just try and, like, get my controls under me here. Yep, you've got a dash. And then the funny thing about this one, so, like, here you've got a guard button, you know, there, and you've got jump. But a real callback, the special moves are done with the triggers. Oops. Oh god, what happened? Okay. So I'm trying to figure out why the triggers aren't... Oh, okay, so I think you have to use a trigger in combination with another button. This is what you have to do. So you can do, like, stuff like this. So, like, real callback to the Super Famicom there with, Alright. I got my, my bearings a little bit more under me now. Let's see, can we back out of this? Yes, we can. Alright, let's try this one more time. I probably could have done it with a stick, but it's fine. Yep. We're a little... I don't know if that's the game, or if that's just the PSP emulation being a tiny bit framey. But either way, I don't think it's terrible. Okay, so that's pretty short range. How is he doing a special... ...3D fighters were never exactly my forte, I will admit. I'm not 100% sure. I might need to look at a command list or something to see how I do things like supers like that, though my gauge was not fully built up. This strikes me as not great on my initial estimations here. Let me look at a command list, see if I can... I don't get a command list. Okay. That's great. There's like select... Really, I get nothing. Okay, awesome. It says little... All of his things seem so short range. Okay, that one's a little bit better. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm probably gonna feel the same way here. Like, it's a very, very basic 3D fighter, I feel like. Not that I'm an amazing judge of the quality of a 3D fighter, necessarily. And now he's gonna do this and probably finish me. Oh no, okay, I managed to guard it. Come on. I don't, like, I feel like they must have been pretty desperate for a video game tie-in for this when the series came out, for this to just kind of be the answer. Like, yeah, yes. Yes. But also, even if we take that part out of it, right? It's just, even the look of it is not really... It's not really got a lot going on for it, does it? At least I don't think so. It looks fairly plain. It's not, you know, colorful or, I mean, maybe the source material looked pretty plain like this as well. That's possible. And so they were more just kind of being true to... I want to know how you're doing that, man. That move of his is pretty good, I have to say. Rao's R and circle move. But it is like, it's, I don't think it's that the controls are simple that I necessarily have a problem with this. I don't think that's the reason. I don't know, just the feeling of it. Yeah, and I knew the series didn't have the traditional series style, which is fine. I don't know, though, so many of these, like, this isn't the only kind of fighting game like this that came out on the PSP. And, like, they're all, at least all of them that I played, were just kind of lifeless. Feeling like this. Like, this was just kind of that era. Joe cha 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 cha. Oh, Sunday versus Magazine is a perfect example of that, right? I actually have a copy of Sunday versus Magazine, and I really wanted to like it, and it just wasn't that good. I don't know what you're gonna do there, so... I'm trying to see if there's anything I can do to get his super out like that. Because that move doesn't take meter. I never did play the Fairy Tail game. If I can figure out... Right. I might, it's possible I might have a little more affinity for it. Okay, it's both I see, okay. Let's start doing a little more with the supers here once we get our meter built up. I have actually meant to give the you know, show or whatever. Was it an OVA? Is that how they did it? Give whatever that was a chance. And because, you know, I figure I like Fist of the North Star so much, I should probably at least give it a try. Oh, here we go. Okay. He just knocked me out of it anyway. I figured he was going for something. Come on, give me meter again. Got destructible boxes. He's probably not close enough. That'll probably whiff. Oh nope, it won't. He walked into it. Or he jumped into it. Yeah, I never really engaged with Fairy Tail in any way. I was aware of it when it was happening, but I was always a One Piece fan, and I never really did much with Fairy Tail. But Shonen versus Magazine, there were some Fate Stay Night games. There was one at least on the PSP that was just sort of like, that was more almost like an arena fighter though than this one was though, so I guess you can't really compare it. Oh, you just played the game, but never, okay. And I mean, meanwhile, on like the DS, you had stuff like, you know, the Jump Superstars and Ultimate Stars, which were just really good games, I thought. See if we can raw super on him. Nope, he's just gonna guard it. No oh, there's a little bit of chip. Not much. You know, I never got around to playing the DS One Piece game. I should do that. I played some of the early One Piece games, like, you know, the PS1 games and things like that. Oh, it's not gonna hit him. No, he's just gonna laugh at me as I sit there and do that into the air. No, I never played, you're thinking of like, what was that PS3 one? I'm forgetting the name of it now. I don't think I only played the Shonen Magazine one, unless that was the same as the Shonen Sunday one, but that one was just not, it wasn't that good. I got it kicking around somewhere downstairs still. Was it Dengeki? I thought Dengeki was something else. Oh, there's Yuta. It is very jarring seeing graphics that look so relatively cheap after the Arc System Works game. I know they were trying to achieve different purposes and all that, but I walked right into his super. Oh, guarded in time though. Ka. I should try his other special instead of just this one, which is fairly short range, as you can see. This one doesn't... The other button doesn't seem to do it, though. It seems like it's only this one. Yuta, you got some meter, buddy. Ah. No! No. See if I can get in on him with this and finish it. Chip? Enough chip? That really is not... Chip is almost not a thing in this game completely. It's like you need a microscope to be able to see it. Yeah, Jump, I think I played both Jump Superstars and Ultimate Stars. I think I played Superstars a little bit more, just because I got it first. Makes you really appreciate the Lost Paradise game. Yeah, seriously. I am looking forward to getting over the hump here and getting into those. I think, not counting needing to go back to the DS game, if I can figure the technical aspects of that out. I think the next game is Ken's Rage, I think. I'm double checking myself on that right now. Yes, it is. We won't get there tonight because I don't have that prepared, but like the next one. Yeah, this is, Rory, I would say this is more of a Tekken-like. If I were to pick one, because it's absolutely a 3D fighter. Jump, I heard terrible things about Jump Force. I actually never touched it. It's delisted from Steam now. You have to buy like a disc, like a PS4 disc or something to even be able to play it. Oh, this is Thouser. They still call him Thouser in this. I like his, he doesn't need love. Man, Thouser, you got some strings there, buddy. Oh. And it looks like there's some type of like collision, like when you both get the hit at the same time. Oh. The Endo.
You lose.
Yeah, not all of those Muso games do split screen. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I actually meant to continue, but I think I can pick up from the save here. Reverse region button stuff. I've gotten unused to Japanese buttons again, because everything, you know, since has switched over to circle confirm, or sorry, no, X confirm. And on the Japanese side, it used to be circle confirm for the longest time. Yeah, I'll be interested to see how that Dynasty Warriors 3 remake does. I actually still haven't played Origins. I meant to check that one out just because it was, you know, a little bit of a paradigm shift. And I think I even bought it. Well, on modern PlayStation systems, X is confirmed and circle is canceled. And that's always been the way on US systems. But in Japan, up until PS5, when they standardized it, circle was confirmed and X was canceled because Maru is, you know, okay, and Batsu is no. So it made no sense in Japanese for X to be confirmed, but I guess they were forced to standardize. But if you go back on all the retro versions of the Japanese systems, anything from PS4 backward, it was always flipped to the circle button being confirmed. So that's where my confusion comes from, is just a long history of using Japanese systems that had different button layouts, and now not, because A, I play more things on PC, and B, even if I go back to the PS5, it's all standardized now. Oh, is that it? Okay. That was quick. So then, did that unlock anything? Kenshiro is still not there. C was jumping like 90% of the games. Yeah, it was always a little bit of a bummer when they tried to... I want to try out some of these other characters. Let's do like... Actually, hold on. Let's not do practice. Let's do like an actual versus CPU match here. Free battle. Oh, you didn't like Origins? Just generic pro-tag, man. I mostly just wanted to see what they did with an actual, like, you know, new generation looking Dynasty Warriors, but maybe they didn't really deliver on that front. Either way, I paid for it. I own it. I just need to actually play it at some point. Alright. I gotta try Joggy. Oh, you can! I was not even crouching this entire time. Wow, shows you how little I play 3D fighting games. Because I was a whole suite of moves I was not opening myself up to. What are his? Oh, okay. Joggy. Okay. Nanda Sunamema. Oh. Okay. Oh, what's it gonna do? Oh, yikes. Oh, boy. There goes poor Joggy.
You lose.
Joggy can't catch a break. Whoa, right off the bat. Joggy's your guy? I wanted to try. Boy, his super just got completely canceled out there. Joggy, unfortunately, when we were playing the Arc System Works fighting game earlier, Joggy is widely considered to be the worst character in that game. He's on his own tier list on the bottom. Poor Joggy. What's this one? Oh. Shotogun! Joggy, you're a shitty shot, man. Look at this. I love how he just says Shotogun. Just shotgun. He's honest about what he's got. Good old honest Joggy. It's about the last thing we should say about Joggy is calling him honest. Oh, Jesus. Hokuto no Ken does have so many cool bad guys. Look at the... I wish this game had a little more chip. I'm gonna be honest.
You lose.
Alright, let's try some other characters here, see if there's anybody who... I don't know, she seemed pretty neat, actually. Lena. Lena! Oh, Lena! We'll go against him. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, the size difference, look at this. She's got big normals, I like that. Nice slide there. Oh, she's got like a dive. This is the one I got hit with earlier, I think. The range on that is kind of weird, though. He's just guarding everything. Absolutely turtling me here. Hokuto. See if we can actually hit him with this properly. Yeah, I am curious to learn about some of these other characters. I wonder if this is... I assume... It seems like most of these old Hokuto no Ken shows, apart from the first one, don't really end up anywhere. Like, available anywhere except, like, old DVDs or Blu-rays or something. I'll have to see if Raō Gaiden is gettable anywhere. Oh, for God's sake. We're just throwing out specials all over the... It doesn't even matter, because we can just break through them whenever we want. Specials, those don't mean anything. What are you talking about?
You win. Round 2. Fight.
No priority whatsoever. It's not like this is the only game that I can say that about, but... Oh yeah, Heart, Hart is terrible in most games that he's in, and it's like they intentionally make him terrible. Again, even in that Arc System Works game, he's like... he's awful compared to some of the other players, or other characters. Yeah, Hart, they both got, they both can't, jump, is what they can't do in that Game Boy game. And in a game where, like, projectiles are, like, super powerful, like, everyone has a projectile but them. And how do you get over projectiles when there's no guarding? You jump, and then there are characters who can't jump! So, like, playing as them is not a fun way to go, to say the least. Okay, that's like her... His defense is like ironclad, my god. Cannot catch this man not guarding anything. Oh, the PS2 game felt the same? That's interesting, like... It's definitely got its weirdness to it. But, I think it was a much more functional fighting game than anything... any Hokuto no Ken fighting game that had come, before or since. It was not nearly as easy to learn, that's for sure, but... No, we timer scammed him, that's fine. Oh, I mean, I wouldn't call myself anything great either. I'm certainly better at some games than others. But, like, it takes me a while to learn a game. Like, I have to spend a while with it before I'm any kind of, competent. I'm not gonna lie and say I can just come on here and, like, do great things right out the gate with really any game I haven't spent a lot of time playing. Alright, I want to try Souther. Souther versus Toki. Oh yeah, I mean, I think most people would agree that Guilty Gear has better gameplay for sure, right? Okay. I kinda dig Souther, I gotta say. Oh yeah, I'm a big, I've actually only played the first Musou game. I've heard very good things about the second one. Okay, Toki, we know. What is Souther's? Nice. Nice. What's his other one? Oh, here it is. Yeah, I really like how Souther feels in this. He's sort of the character I was hoping for, I feel like. I can't wait to try it. I'll get there, but I think it's... I mean, I think we'll go right from 1 to 2, because I don't think there was anything in between them. If I'm not mistaken. And I do, I at least have a... Oh, Hokuto no Ken, ah, boy. They would have to get what, was Hiryu no Ken... Was that Culture Brain? They really would have had to have pulled some strings to get that to work out. Oh, before it was done. Why is that not working? Okay, we'll do this one. Good old culture brain. I love supers just really mean nothing in this game. Wait, he did his super, I did my super, and I just completely canceled his out? That is just silly. Like, his super just ceased to exist as soon as I did mine. That is... wow. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. All right, let's try... She was kind of catching my eye, too. Sakuya. It's Yuta. Let's do random. I said random. Oh, no, that's an unlock stage. Okay, random. That's fine. We'll go back here. I have very, very little experience with Hiryu no Ken, actually. I admit. Okay, she's no Souther, I can already tell. No, that's actually a pretty decent move. Oh, she's got like a... That's neat. So she can kind of zone a little bit. No, I think I'm gonna guard that one. Oh, look at you, Yuta. That's adorable. What do we got? What's her... Okay. Oh, what I don't know. The SNES games had a bad frame rate. I'm not too surprised to hear that. Not too surprised to hear that at all. Oh, of course, of course. We're throwing out supers left and right. I know to hold on to it this time. Yep, so far Souther, I would say, kind of felt the best to me.
Round 2. Fight.
6 FPS! Oh yeah, I was gonna say 60. I was gonna say, I hope they're not that bad. I hope they didn't literally run at 6 FPS. Closer to 6 than 60. I'm trying to think of what I would have played by... what I played by Culture Brain that wasn't Hiryu no Ken. I know they had some other stuff. I don't like her that her dashing punch normal has like no range. Yeah. Those are some of the ones I played. I played more of the Super Chinese games than I played. They had like some kind of interesting ideas with those, right? They had one that was sort of like a multiplayer, like action RPG or something, didn't they? That's what I seem to remember. All right. I think I've seen enough here. So So let's go back to our good old web browser and look at where we're going to put this. And guess what? Spoilers, it's not going to be very high. It's certainly not the worst game on our list. Let's look at this here. So I think we can probably say that it's more playable than the Super Famicom 1 games. At least it plays like a regular fighting game, right? At least it plays like a regular fighting game. So certainly I think it gets over the top of those. So we had what? This is the RPG. So this is the Super Famicom RPG, and we've got 6 here and we've got 7 here. I think I agree with that. I think I agree with that exactly. I think it's not as fun of a game as Last Battle. I think, as far as this is the Super Famicom RPG, so as far as that, see, here's the problem. I'm trying to not let my lack of attachment to Raō Gaiden color my opinion too much, and my lack of familiarity with it. No, it wouldn't have taken much tweaking. I completely agree with you. It was really, really close to being there. And that's why I'm kind of trying to take it easy on it compared to maybe some other, like, honestly, like a lot of these games that are above Last Battle, I think are really pretty strong. So I feel really good, and I think we've been really fair about where we've put Last Battle here. What I'm trying to figure out is, okay, is this sort of average 3D fighting game? Like, is this better than these RPGs? That's tough. Because, like, again, it's for fighting games, it's a way more functional game than this, even though it's a very different kind of game than this. So I feel very good about putting it above Hokuto no Ken 6. These are the territory that I'm sort of trying to examine how I feel here. So we know it's going to be under Last Battle, but we're not really sure where it falls in terms of these. I'm going to throw this out here. So I think the super, they do look rough, but I don't know. I felt like they were pretty playable, even if 3 was a little bit of maybe a grind fest. Maybe I'm extending Super Famicom RPGs too much grace, but I was kind of charmed by what they did with 5. So my gut is saying it's here. My gut is saying I'd probably pick it up over Hokuto no Ken 3, which is a little bit of a slog, even though it had some charm to it. Because it had that, the NES Famicom era difficulty spikes and things like this, right? And 5 might have later too. We didn't play it super, super far in. But I feel like this is about where it is. It's kind of in this range. Not terrible. Not terrible. I just wish it had a little more identity, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of where I am with it at the moment. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, arena fighters they're just kind of a whole thing right now, right? Where they're just making a lot of them. They're just making a lot of them. Here's the thing about it, right? Here's the thing about it. I mean, that is a good way to think about it, but also, like, how to put this? I think I encapsulated it pretty well. I think the charm of a Super Famicom RPG puts this over with, but then, like, you're immediately kind of presented in this one with, like, not very fast story progression, a lot of grinding, and that was all just much more streamlined in 5. So that's why I think, yeah, 5, 5 I think I would rather go back to. I think I would probably play this over 3. So I think that's kind of where we're sitting. All right. I'm gonna wrap things up a little bit early today because I have a long weekend. I'm gonna be tabling with Enerjax at Anime Magic in Rosemont this weekend. Not likely that anyone in here is going to be going to that, but on the off chance you are, stop by the table and say hi. But we're still going to stream next week regularly, but I want to pick something a little low key for Tuesday that I don't have to do any prep for because I'm just not really going to have any time with being there the whole weekend. So I actually heard about something when I was talking to someone that had me intrigued. And I guess back in 2024, there was a game called Super Nodage Warudo, Super Nodage World, that came out on the Switch and was developed, at least in part, it's like a collection of mini games and was developed in part by a Japanese comedian who I'm trying to remember his full name here. I'm sure Noda was part of it, but was actually published by Yoshimoto Kogyo, the big like Kansai like comedian conglomerate. And so in a way, it's a little bit like lumped in with like the Game Center CX type games, where that's like, yeah, they're sort of like mini games, but like they're really off kilter. And they maybe had people involved in the development of them that aren't typical game developers. So not retro per se, but something I think I want to try out just because it sounded really intriguing. It is on the Switch. So I will be hooking that up to the capture device and giving that a try. It is multiplayer. If anyone has that or is interested in giving that a try, I'm very open to doing multiplayer on Tuesday. Yeah, for the Game Center CX stuff, I'll stream those one day too. I also have 1 and 2 remake on the Switch. I really, really like 1 and 2. I think those are really, really good games. Game Center CX 1 and 2. It was on the DS. 3, which was on the 3DS, has a much worse reputation. And 3 I have, but I have not played it yet. So that might be a fun thing to do one day as well. But I'm gonna give this one a try out. Do a first playthrough of it on Tuesday. Now, I guess there's 2 of them. There might be 2 of them. There seems, unless they're the same thing, it seems like they're different ones. World is the direct sequel to Party. Okay, so Super Nodage Party is the first one, and Super Nodage World is the second one. So I might do Party just so we can kind of maybe start from the beginning potentially, but I will take a look at that and see if that's even a thing I can do, because it looks like maybe that didn't leave the Japanese store. I'll look into it. Anyway, like I said, we're wrapping up a little early here, so appreciate everyone stopping by. Sorry for the technical difficulties today and the slightly shorter stream, but we should be back in full force next week. either Super Noda Party or Super Noda World on Tuesday. And Thursday, I will see if I can figure out my DS problems so we can maybe check out that DS game if that's a thing I can resolve. If not, we're going to go right into Hokuto Muso, the first one, and see how we do with that. It'll be coming back to that game in a while, and I will tell my story about how I bought a PlayStation 3 for that game, and I will also show off the treasure box. I am an owner of the Hokuto Muso treasure box, and there is at least one very funny thing in there that you will all be very interested in seeing and probably very amused by. So look forward to that. Until next week, omae wa mou shindeiru. Watu!